Hi, thank you. I will be briefly speaking about the Jisc Monitor service project on behalf of my colleague Frank Manista, who couldn't be here today. So generally, okay, so just a quick background to what the Jisc Monitor project is about. In June 2015, Jisc ran a pilot project which surveyed 60 UK institutions. And as part of that, one of the a few findings that came out of that was there were recommendations made for the need for two systems on an institutional and a national level. And at an institutional level, a system to support and keep UK higher education institutions help them track open access publication processes with a particular focus on compliance and cost monitoring. And at the national level, taking all this up an aggregation of all local institutional data and presenting it at the national level just so that funders could track agency charges and compliance with data. Now, in terms of the UK OA requirement landscape, in terms of what funders require, we've got at the top funding council, which is for us TEFCI, and other councils, and they have requirements on the higher education institution at the university. Equally, we have research funders who, although they fund authors, but they still have requirements that need to be filled in. Equally, at the heart of all this is the author, really. Although university repository systems support authors are constantly trying to figure out what the copyright allowances are, or what the authors allow them to do or don't do. And all this feeds into some sort of no-way support system, which is pretty much manned by most people sitting here. You'll have an institution repository, a quiz system, or a research office systems, some spreadsheets here and there. And one of the key challenges was trying to get everything together in some sort of a standardized way so it could be aggregated at a national level and institutional level. Just a quick slide on JISC's sort of strategic aim in this area. JISC has a strategic goal to support open access services within the UK. And JISC Monitor UK and Monitor Local, they sit under the cost and managing costs and reporting compliance areas of the strategy. Just very quickly, what Monitor UK is. Monitor UK is a web application that aggregates and presents data analytics at the national level. So it enables the universities and funders to evaluate open access, UK open access cost and compliance data overall. Now, within the project, which is now being developed as a service, there were 24 pilot institutions which are still actively involved and influencing the direction that the project is taking. And there will be a Monitor UK prototype available from August 2016. There is a current prototype online that you can have a quick look at. So if you get hold of the URL, there is a prototype you can do on there. In terms of just Monitor Local, that's an institutional level. So this replaces lots of spreadsheets flying around internally in an institution with a kind of a web-based system that you can feed into. And again, the idea is to provide a system which you can record article processing spend, processing charge spend, and just general compliance with funder mandates. Again, equally 24 pilot institutions driving this, and it will be available from August 2016 as a pilot service. Screencasts are available if you visit that page. Now, how are these systems using other external pieces of data? Well, at the bottom you have institutional data, APC and OA compliance data, which is fed into Monitor Local. Now, if some universities may decide not to use the Monitor Local app or the software, so what they can do is they can feed this compliance information straight into Monitor UK using the CSV approach. What Monitor Local does, it then starts pulling information over. It takes the basic information supply and it starts enhancing it with further data. So, for instance, from coring, it gets bibliographic data. From knowledge base plus, it just matches it against subscription data for that institution. It takes APC charges from JISC collections, DOAJ identifies whether it's an open access journal or a hybrid. And you've got Sherpa Romeo providing journal OA policy data, Crossref providing DOI and all the bibliographic metadata, and then Sherpa GDS and FundRef providing funder data to it. On the other side, it also takes compliance, it sort of queries the system developed by Kochstraus by the name of Langton. So it just sort of throws a quick query at that, and then any information that comes back is sort of further refined. And Monitor Local then feeds into Monitor UK, and then that gives us a national application data. Now here I've just taken a screenshot of Monitor UK. This is a prototype that you can have that's accessible online. So at the top you'll see you can query it by publisher report, i.e. what the spend has been nationally, at the publisher level, what the institutions have spent, the open access versus hybrid, i.e. how many journals are going open access and hybrid. You've got gold versus green, and then duplication, and you can query the data by search interface. And that just shows us that UCL is one of the biggest in terms of the expenditure. And if, on the actual prototype, if you hover over the bar charts, you will get the exact figures as well, or at least close enough to it. And equally, you can get expenditure stats by publisher. Now that just gives you an overall, i.e. the amount of spent money that has been paid to Elsevier, Wiley, Public Library of Science, and just generally, and you can, it's actually quite an interesting piece of software. It gives you some interesting figures to be able to play with. And generally, that's about it all. So more information available at that URL. Monitor UK prototype is available there for you to have a play around with. And if you've got any questions, do throw them at me throughout the conference, but I may not be able to answer all of them because I'm standing in front of a colleague. But feel free to email